Introducing first, from Psychoville in Psycholand, Psycho Mike!
She hasn't been back since.
Psycho Mike.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop! Cut! Hi, folks.
Not this guy
So it
again.
looks like you just got the rundown on the brutal attack that was unleashed upon me. Well, I spent the last month recovering from my wounds, attempting to heal from my injuries, both physical and mental injuries, okay? And in that month, I've made a catalog, a growing list of every infraction, illegal maneuver, foreign object, and wrongdoing threat to the audience member that Psycho Mike has done. As you can see, it's quite the list. So Mike, I will be ringside watching like a hawk to see what more crimes you unleash upon the Smash Wrestling roster. Because as their lawyer, it is my job to keep you in line. So folks, one more infraction from him, and you can kiss Psycho Mike goodbye. So say your farewells, folks, because I'll be watching.
I hope that doesn't mean what I think it means. You gotta be kidding me. It appears Litigator Luke is gonna join me.
Being accompanied by the Baby Chicks.
Well, thanks for having me, folks.
Catalina Island.
We've got
He is a
Dalton
former
Castle.
Ring of Honor
What a treat.
champion.
Yeah, what a
and
treat to see a Ring of Honor legend destroy one of the most despicable people, I think, in the wrestling industry. And it's nice that a vet like Dalton's going to teach this guy a lesson.
Castle!
Dalton Castle flanked, as always, by the boys. Not the boys that he's holding the ROH 6-man tag team titles with right now. But there are always boys, every city you go to.
You love to see it.
London.
Fine young specimens here, just supporting the true showmanship. This is what being a professional is about. Look at this guy. He really cares and crafts every element of the fan experience. And then look at Psycho Mike. He runs out like some sort of baboon.
Is he coming your way? No.
Okay, you know what? If I see one more thing like that, I'm taking it as an act of aggression, as a threat, and I will be acting.
What is going on in this paperwork, by the way?
Oh, well, you can see here we've got about 475 pages, and, you know, I've spent the better half of a month recovering from my injuries, watching every piece of tape I have on this guy since his debut in 2007, and I tell you, he's committed a whole whack of crimes, and I'm sure we're about to see a lot more.
Are you not aware of PDF?
I am aware of PDF, but guess what? These fans aren't, and I want to be able to distribute this, hand out the paperwork to each and every one of them so they can see what is going on.
Well, we're going to get a look here, and I know you're not a fan of Psycho Mike by any means, but this is going to be one heck of a match. This is two very strong dudes going toe-to-toe. Psycho Mike on a bit of a run. Hey, I bet Dalton Castle could body slam some people too.
Oh, you know, I bet you he could, but I bet you they would be in official sanctioned matches from the Ultimate Professional. And, you know, Psycho Mike, I'll admit, the guy is strong. I took a body slam from him, and it absolutely obliterated my A7, A6, and A9 column, I believe they're referred to, in the medical field, and I am now recovering, and let's see what Dalton can do with this.
So you're a doctor in addition to a litigator.
Oh, I am not a doctor. I just remember what they tell me, and I buy the prescriptions that they request. Look at this, backing to the corner like a coward. I love it. He's already afraid of this guy. It just brings a smile to my face. But I have to be professional and unbiased as Smash Wrestling's representative here. I have to be watching as a professional to document this case.
Well, one thing to keep in mind in this match, beyond the body slam and what I hope will be some unbiased insight from yourself, Luke, this is Psycho Mike's second match of the night. He lost to a dog earlier.
That he did.
That was remarkable. We're here at the Western Fair in London, Ontario. There is a canine circus here earlier in the day, and Psycho Mike took one on, came up on the wrong end of it.
Yes, he did, and you can be certain that animal cruelty has been added to the list of infractions from Psycho Mike.
Is it technically animal cruelty if Psycho Mike doesn't get any offense in? Because he didn't.
Well, that's the thing, though. This guy agreed to be in a physical combat endeavor with a canine. Speaks for itself.
And you can see the scratches all over his back and shoulders.
Yeah, that is pretty incredible. That is, I will say, I do feel for the guy mentally because, the mental trauma to be embarrassed by a dog in front of a paying audience, that's going to do something to you, especially when you are a semi-respected athlete.
Well, Dalton Castle is also a guy who, a physical phenom, every bit as strong and excited to throw someone around as Psycho Mike. He said he's going to squeeze people and drop some people on his head while he's here in Canada. But Dalton Castle, also a guy who well-suited to play the psychological side of the game as well.
Absolutely. It looks like he's going over to one of the food trucks to cash in a meal here. And, this is what I love to see. Innovative offense here. He's really biding his time, taking it slow. Because Psycho Mike is not an intellectual by any means. That guy is a caveman, right? He says a few phrases, one being, who wants to see a body slam, and nothing else. Whereas Dalton Castle, he plays the intellectual game as we're seeing here.
Now, I will say in Mike's defense, he probably asks that so often because the answer is always yes, especially when you're in the ring.
Haha, very funny. But I understand, the crowd pays to see violence, and hopefully they're going to see some violence here, and it looks like it, and I think Dalton Castle is just going to dominate this guy. I really hope.
Well, Psycho Mike in control a little bit early. See the arm wrench here. Dalton down to a knee.
In control early. That doesn't mean anything. And the crowd is piping up. They're excited. But the thing is, they don't know this guy like I do. When you spend so much time watching tape study, they see, oh, Psycho Mike is beating a guy. I'm very excited. But they don't know the kind of person he is, and they would not be cheering for him if they knew.
Tell you, I saw Psycho Mike with a cup of coffee earlier, and I couldn't find it myself here at the Western Fair. I asked him where he got the coffee, and he said from Beans. Helpful guy.
Exactly. I'll tell you what I saw this morning. I arrived to the venue, and I said hello to Psycho Mike, and you know what the guy did? Walked away, didn't acknowledge me, because I'm being a professional, which this guy has no interest in being. The guy attacked me, for goodness sake. Come on now.
I want to get back to that in just a second, but Dalton Castle here, interesting evasive defense rolling around the ring, back into a corner, and now we've got to test the strength here between two of the strongest in Smash Wrestling.
Absolutely. And it's nice to see Dalton Castle doing some work with Smash Wrestling here, because so much when you're on a big fan of the local scene, you get to know a lot of the regulars, such as Psycho Mike. But Dalton Castle is really making quite an appearance here, and I think he might win the crowd over.
There's a 2 count there. Psycho Mike gets a shoulder up. This feats of strength, not just about showing off for the crowd. You can get your opponent in a disadvantageous position, as we're seeing here. Psycho Mike having to expend a lot of energy early to get those shoulders up over and over again.
Absolutely. And a pinfall is a pinfall. They tell you this in training every day. If there's an opportunity for a pinfall, take it. And let's hope Psycho Mike doesn't take that opportunity.
Yeah, if there's an opportunity for a breather, if you're Dalton Castle, you're taking it after that vicious chop from Psycho Mike.
Psyching himself up here. I thought we were maybe getting a tope suicida or something, but no, Dalton is evading, cleverly so, taking a quick refreshment.
Yeah, boring a little water from the crowd, asking them.
Oh, okay.
That's disrespectful.
That's fan interference. That is fan interference. And I'm going to ask for this guy's name. I'll get a ticket receipt, and he'll be added onto this list of criminals. Oh! And
Big chop there.
This is what I'm talking about. That is a fan interference, distracting the talent. It's so inappropriate.
I have to disagree with you there, Litigator Luke. I'm all in favor of clean wrestling that follows the rules. Dalton Castle initiated that, tried to take water from the fan. The fan just declined.
Now, I understand what you're saying here, but let me ask you a question. Who has a law degree here, who doesn't?
I'll tell you, Dalton Castle, if they gave degrees for wrestling, he'd have one, and he's got Psycho
Mike. This guy
Mike.
be teaching the freaking class.
Yeah, Psycho Mike manages to power his way out of that one, and Dalton Castle thrown back to the outside. Taking Psycho Mike with him, though.
Here we go, and they are outside the ring. This concrete floor is devastating. One maneuver on that, and you take that at all, that could be game-changing.
Well, you might be getting your flat. Nope.
Oh!
Dalton Castle cuts off Psycho Mike, but Psycho Mike ducks behind. Dalton Castle now gets him. Is he looking for that deadlift German? Psycho Mike backs Castle up into the turnbuckle, delivers an elbow there. This is more of a wrestling match than a slugfest so far.
Absolutely.
It's not entirely surprising given the backgrounds here, but man, I thought these two would just be hammering at each other, and they can't. This is a 0.
And these guys are quick on their feet, and like you were saying, this has not been a slugfest. This has been a very high agility, and Psycho Mike is not much of a fast mover. He's a very heavy hitter. It is quite a spectacle to see Psycho Mike going at such a speed, keeping up with his pace here. It's quite nice, but hopefully he gets exhausted, because I might have to share some words with him after this, and I don't want to end up the same way I did last time. Oh, and hopefully I won't.
And to be clear, when you say how you ended up last time, you mean body slammed almost through the mat, basically.
That is correct.
We'll have to ask Michael Grayson, the Books and Looks later, what the conversion percentage on those significant strikes in the corner was. It wasn't much higher than 0. I think 1 finally landed. Mike taking a breather now outside of the ring. A strategy both competitors have used a couple times here. That's a necessity. These are two large guys. Dalton Castle coming in around 220, Mike around 225. When those heavy blows are coming, even earlier in a match, you need that breather.
Absolutely. And Michael Grayson, that's a real professional there. I would love to have him as a paralegal or something, and quite a talent. But, like I said, they're back outside in the danger zone here on that concrete, and then head off the apron, hardest part of the ring, or so I've been told. And, this is not looking good for Dalton. He's got to find a way out of this, or it is game over.
That is just vicious. Brutal. Psycho Mike looking around at the crowd for, I think they got tired counting. Dalton Castle's obviously tired. Psycho Mike, all the energy in the world. By the way, about the ring apron being the hardest part, I mean, maybe if you do get in the ring later and have words with Psycho Mike, he'll body slam you on that part. You can judge for yourself. Compare it to the center of the ring.
Man touch me, and if he does, I see we have auxiliary police on standby, thanks to the London Western Fair, and I will be letting them know about this. And Dalton Castle is dazed and out for the foreseeable future.
So while we have a moment here, as Dalton Castle tries to catch his breath, tries to turn this thing around on the outside, what is your issue with Psycho Mike's body slam challenge?
Okay. So my job is to sanction all the matches officially and draw up the contracts so everything is legit and good to go and consensual and all that good stuff. Now, as this was described as the body slam challenge and random talent coming in from backstage, and the crowd is chanting body slam right now. They
want a body slam. They want the Party Peacock body slam.
It's ridiculous. But okay. So this guy just cheers and cries out that, and random talent would come from backstage, young, fresh guys, and get obliterated by a veteran just like that.
There it is.
It's brutal, it's unlawful, it's illegal, and now we're seeing it again here. But this is a fair match.
It's not illegal here. That's a sanctioned match. That's a legal move. It's a vicious move, but it's legal.
I didn't clarify last time. I really should have. I said, Psycho Mike, you're going to have no body slams allowed, and I understood that as for the foreseeable future. He understood it as for the next match.
There's another one.
Now we're in this gray area where he's doing body slams, and I don't know if our contract will allow that, but you can go back and watch the footage where I say no body slams allowed, but I guess we're in this legal gray area.
Hey, you're a lawyer. You know that VAG is the enemy of justice.
That's how he's getting away with this body slam challenge. The matches have to be official, sanctioned, and specific, not random guys coming in to take a hit. It's ridiculous.
Now, there's a third one.
Speaking of ridiculous.
Dalton Castle, you have to wonder, Dalton Castle has a lot of power moves in his repertoire, one of the strongest guys on the circuit, but this amount of pounding to his lower back with these body slams might take away some of that core strength that he can channel.
No, I think you're absolutely right here, and you can see Dalton is really rattled. Look at the I don't want to say fear in those eyes, but there's, I think, shock that he was not expecting such a challenge, being a world champion as he is, from Psycho Mike.
Former ROH World Heavyweight Champion, former ROH Television Champion, current ROH six-man Tag Team Champion. Psycho Mike, a former Smash Tag Team Wrestling in the well-oiled machines himself, but not quite the credentials. The other thing that could be getting to Dalton Castle here is that even when Castle isn't the most popular man in the building, the crowd is usually reacting to him more than his opponent. I don't know that he's been on the wrong side of crowd response like this very often at all.
No, absolutely. And you can tell that he is not in his home territory here. I am shocked, to say the least.
There's one more, number 5.
That's got to be game over. I swear.
Castle still with enough to get out of that one.
Pardon my unbiased commentary, but I am a little bit excited that good versus evil kills all time, and good usually wins, and I think that's what we're going to see today. I'm feeling it in my bones.
Well, there could be a lot of this match left. Dalton Castle, we haven't seen most of his power offense. He's stuck to the wrestling game and really just trying to get away from Psycho Mike this last little bit here. There's another boot to the chin. Psycho Mike almost dancing into it. There's another one.
Is this guy trying to mock here or be silly or what? Or just keep himself in good spirits? But, you know, the guy's just grinding my gears, and I think he is done for soon.
I think you're a smart guy, but something with smart people is knowing what you don't know and what you can't know. And you're trying to analyze a guy right now who is the only person in Smash Wrestling history to have a match against himself.
Okay.
I don't know that this problem has a solution, Luke.
Let me fill you in here. When you say you're a smart guy, you can just leave it at that. When you say but, it negates the entire thing.
But it didn't in that case. I'm just saying that I think a limitation of being an intelligent guy is trying to figure out someone like Psycho Mike. He's going up top here.
For your implications that I am intelligent, but you're grinding. Now you're grinding my gears a bit, and I'm going to have to contact the booker, and maybe he'll sanction a match between me and you.
I'll be all right. Dalton Castle hangs Psycho Mike up on the top rope, delivers that boot on the apron. We saw just a minute ago Dalton Castle try to body slam Psycho Mike back, but Psycho Mike got out of it. Dalton Castle taking control back of this match regardless. Now, Luke, you and I we can talk contracts after. I might need a little bit of time to train. Fair warning, amateur background.
Oh, I think if you go back about 2 years prior, you'll see the litigator has had one match under his belt. And I don't believe in ring rust, baby.
I'll have to go look that up, Luke. Hopefully we can get along a little better than that, but...
Yeah, I am a professional. Let's rewind it back. I'm getting caught up in the heat of Psycho Mike here.
Now, let me ask you this. So,
ask away.
The payoff for you bringing these actions against Psycho Mike would conceivably be that Psycho Mike is no longer in Smash Wrestling.
Absolutely. Yes.
You are someone involved with Smash Wrestling, though, involved with independent wrestling in Ontario.
Yep.
Do you not see that as there's a huge downside there in not having Psycho Mike in the scene anymore? He'd be rolling out of the scene like he's rolling away from Dalton Castle here.
Of course. And I understand that the crowd likes him. He's a draw, as they say, and the crowd pops when he comes out. And I understand that. But if you go back through the annals of history in wrestling, some of the most loved and respected wrestlers have turned out to be some of the most vile and disgusting people. And I believe that trend continues with Psycho Mike.
Psycho Mike making himself a little dizzy here to get away from Dalton Castle, rolling back and forth to avoid him. Spinning pump kick. Just when you think Psycho Mike's doing something just to survive, you see he was setting Dalton Castle up. Castle hitting that hard concrete floor. His eyes are everywhere right now.
Now, I'm keeping a sharp eye out when he's outside that ring for any use of foreign objects or anything like that, because I gotta... Oh, okay.
Missile drop kick there.
Here.
Psycho Mike back in control.
I will say I am shocked at Psycho Mike's stamina here after 5 body slams and a couple more to boot.
And again, after taking a loss to that dog earlier today.
Yeah, really.
Second match of the day. This is big stamina. What's he going for here? Hooks the arm, grabs the tights.
Whoa.
Dalton Castle with a roll-up, small package.
Oh, one of the most
Just
devastating maneuvers in wrestling history. Oh.
Yes, invented by Paul Smackage. There's a running knee from Dalton Castle in the corner and a vicious right. Looking for the bangarang.
Okay,
Castle
wait a second.
Mike rolls through. Litigator Luke is taken off. Psycho Mike with an up kick. He bounced off the ropes. Big clothesline to Dalton Castle.
Whoa! Hey.
What is Litigator Luke doing?
Mike, I saw an illegal maneuver there. I saw something illegal. What? He did. He grabbed something from the turnbuckle. I saw it. That was illegal. You grabbed something from the turnbuckle, and I saw it with my own eyes. No, illegal. Ring the bell. He cheated. Ring the bell. Whoa.
Dalton Castle has him up. Bangarang. Litigator Luke, 2, 3. The bangarang. Dalton Castle gets the victory.
the peacock of professional wrestling, Dalton Castle.
Have to give a big assist there to Litigator Luke. And Dalton Castle's giving him the credit for the assist right there as he backs up the ramp. Litigator Luke was sitting next to me this entire match, looking with a fine-toothed comb for anything Psycho Mike might have done. He saw nothing. I don't know what he...
Great job, Mike. Great job. Okay, I'll address you face to face here because I'm a man. Okay. Everyone, I did not mean to impede or interfere. As a man of the law, I like to keep things legal, so Mike, I've come to apologize, if you can believe that. Everyone, my bad. I thought he did an illegal maneuver. I apologize. Now, Mike, I have something for you. As legal representative for Smash Wrestling, I have something for you to sign. Folks, you're gonna wanna listen to this, because this could be career-changing for Psycho Mike. I draw up all the contracts, I present our talent with every legal document, and folks, I know you said you might not be seeing Psycho Mike for a long time, and if he signs this, Mike, it will change your life, and we won't be seeing you in Smash for a while. And I know you folks like to go home happy and see a body slam. And see a body slam you will if Mike agrees to be a man and sign this.
Am I getting signed? Did I make it? Is this a pro wrestling contract? Mom, I did it! I did it, Mama! I did it! I'm a pro wrestler! I made it! For all you haters out there that said I couldn't do it, I did it! I told you all I could do it! I'm a real pro wrestler now!
Mike, congratulations! He's just signed his release papers!
You gotta be kidding me.
I said you could see a body slam, so see a body slam you will. Mike's gonna take a body slam from the litigator, baby! Let's go!
This is ridiculous. Litigator Luke tricking Psycho Mike into signing release papers. He's now trying to body slam. He can't. Psycho Mike isn't budging. Litigator Luke's going to need an army. Oh no, not again. Body slam. Litigator Luke pasted into the mat by Psycho Mike. Psycho Mike now ripping up the contract and kneeing it into the mouth of Litigator Luke. We're going to have to ask Litigator Luke when he comes to how
Ladies
you
and gentlemen,
enforce
Psycho Mike!
how you enforce a contract that's been ingested by one of the parties.